I think people focus so much on tech and internet, and it doesn't matter. It's where is the consumer's attention? Where is your customer's attention? That's where you've got to play. I don't care about the technology world, okay? And I don't care about the internet as much as I care about one thing. And this is the message I'm trying to, and I'm a sample of one, I think, that is trying to get this message across, and that there's only one thing that's important, and that's customer attention. It doesn't matter where it is. And there's a reason why I have invested in 8 Amazon Alexas in my house. And that's not because I like Amazon Alexa. It's because I feel like the consumer attention in the next 10 years is going to be on voice.
Yes.
We're going to do voice search.
Yes.
We're going to do voice. We already can ask things like Alexa, Google Home, or we can ask them questions.
Yes.
We're going to be able to order stuff online. Typing, I think, is going to fade.
Yes, emails will fade.
Emails
in the next 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep so long.
Yeah,
it definitely will. So for me, the overarching thing is where's consumer attention?
I think, what you said, I don't care about technology. I 100% agree. I care about attention and where the attention is and where it's going. So currently the attention in South Africa is not so much on podcasts, like you said, because it is getting traction, but it's not as big as it is overseas.
Yes.
We got going for the 4 days in Bulgaria. I saw that. No, radio is literally dead.
It is.
It's dead. It's dying.
Yeah.
Radio advertising in Bulgaria is dirt cheap. Mind you, social media marketing is also dirt cheap because people don't see the value in it.
Yeah.
And
well, not yet.
Not yet. Yes. So I think attention, with the help of technology, is what we need to focus on.
People, I think people focus so much on tech and internet, and it doesn't matter. It's where is the consumer's attention? Where is your customer's attention? That's where you've got to play.
On their cell phone.
And now, it's on the step.
If you have a look at 2 people driving in a car, it's very interesting. I know you're a deep person and you like to read the mind and stuff. Drive around and look at couples.
Yeah.
Husband's driving, wife's on the phone. Or my favorite, husband's driving, wife's on the phone, husband's also on the phone.
Are they messaging each other is the question?
I don't know. But where are they? Instagram, they're on WhatsApp. If I can get somebody to write a program to target people on WhatsApp, I will bet my business on it. I'll bet my health on it.
Yeah.
I'll go all in on that because that's where people are. So if you can do pop-up ads on WhatsApp, you will be a billionaire to the power of thing, in my opinion.
Well, Facebook bought for $19 billion US.
So if I can target you
on WhatsApp,
25-year-old, very successful, I can target you there. I'll kill it.
Yeah.
So I think the attention is there. We maybe not exploiting WhatsApp as much as we could.
Yeah.
I think that the main reason is I don't have your number, so I need to have you as a contact to engage you, which I think is wrong. I want to engage you irrelevant if I know you're not.
Yeah.
I want your attention by sending you a nice ad, whether you respond on it. For now we're doing it on Instagram and on Facebook, but it's very noisy there.
Yeah.
It's very noisy, and it's getting noisier. So it already for me started working less and less and less than it did 6 months ago. I promise you.
No, and consumer attention shifts all the time.
Yes.
So I suppose the trick is find where the consumer attention is. And this is what I want to do, is I want to find out where the consumer attention is all the time, where it's going, so you need a view of the future. Everyone freaking looks in the past.
Never.
Where is it going? Create businesses around where consumer attention is. Create products around where consumer attention is. And get away from this because it's not about leads. Leads is at the end. You've already captured their attention.
It's
You've
about
already got
attention.
them.
Yeah.
It's about what comes first, and that's consumer attention.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's what I wanted to get you guys to talk about today was consumer attention. And I just want to show you a couple of images. And the first question I asked myself, because did you go to NADA in the States?
No.
It's the biggest automotive show and gathering of dealerships in the world. It is awesome. So I went there this year, and one of the big topics was, what does the dealership of the future look like? And then I come back here and I ask dealers, well, what do you think the future of the dealership is? And I get this, like, I don't know, the OEMs are going to sell direct to the consumer. So in America, they firmly believe that majority of the transactions still happen in the dealership. I think that's the same here.
Yes.
Still happens inside the dealership. There's no drastic change to the trend. The car buying services have taken the traditional trade-in because of what? Because you gave it to them.
On a silver platter, and then you complained when they took it. Of course they're going to take it. So the people are crying, yeah, but they're taking our trade-in. You're giving it to them.
Yeah.
When the guy comes there with a price, like last time we were here, he says that the gentleman, I think, is a bit confused. He says, yeah, they're coming there saying, yeah, my gave me a price of 150. I'm like, awesome. That's low, eh? Wow, thank you for coming here. Now you're going to get the best value for you, 155. Because in the beginning, that's exactly how grew their business, was having the price on a silver platter. VW offers me 150 for my Polo. They're like, cool, we'll pay you 152. $2,000.
Yeah.
The customer gives the car, comes back, there's 150, gives the 2,000 to his wife, she goes and does shopping. Everybody's happy. Now it's reversed.
Yeah.
So what a pleasure.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely right. And so that's kind of like the last thing. The reason these car buying services are doing so well around the world is because dealers fail to value properly.
Yeah.
And then in America, all the dealers are like, oh, dealerships are going to close down. OEMs are going to sell direct to the public. No, they're not. Because what's happening in America is there's less and less owners. So you can see that chart on the right-hand side is there's less owners over time. So you can see that from 2010 to about 2015, 2016, there's less owners. There's only 6,500 owners in America, but there are 30,000 dealers, which are the red bars, and they're growing. So all that means is the successful guys are opening more and more and more dealerships.
Yes.
But there's less and less owners of dealerships.
Yes.
The dealers aren't going anywhere. It's not going to happen yet. It's
No.
definitely not going to happen yet.
Well,
they've just disrupted because of, in my opinion, dealerships lack of one thing: the ability to value the trade-in.
Yeah.
That's what's been the silver plate.
Yeah.
Is the inability to value.
Yeah.
But does that mean your retail price is slightly higher?
My retail price is higher.
Yes.
And my retail price is higher than the other neighbors that I've got.
Yeah.
But I outsell them for the reason that my car and his car can't be in the same room. It's just not, not the same quality.
Yeah.
My car's mileage is half, and it is 30,000 Rand more. But on a 450,000 Rand car, does it matter? I don't think so. There is room for, 2 or 3 big dealers. Like you said, dealership owners reducing, but dealerships increases. There is room for maybe 2 or 3 big dealerships in Pretoria, or Joburg, 2 or 3 in Joburg, where it's a different habitat. It's not fast paced. It's well presented, low mileage, looks proper, tires are done, no scratches. You climb in and you feel like, wow, I bought a new car.
And then you would have captured the consumer's attention there.
Yes.
Because they're coming there for a reason.
Yes.
Doing it differently. So one of the big things that stood out for me at this conference in January was the dealership. I don't know why dealers in South Africa are fearing closing down, that there's going to be less dealers. And in South Africa, we've got the perfect opportunity.
I know.
Because there's no road infrastructure that can support public service. There's no public transport infrastructure. Cars have to be here. We have to have cars.
I insisted we could get other property, for much cheaper away from big competitors. And I said to my dad, if we're gonna do this, and if we want to box in a ring, let's box against the best, next to the best. Then at least we'll have a chance with service. So I studied them for 3-4 months before we made a decision. I'll go there, I'll send my friends there. How were you treated? The other thing that I saw that, and I went 180 to what they do.
Yes.
So they've got these old, entitled people working there that are sitting literally like this. And then he checks me out, I'm young, and I'm standing next to a Porsche. Will you the car see? Then I said, yes, man, please see inside.
And then he's got a problem. He doesn't want to.
Why are you here? Lekker. Good. This is good. And they're dominating. Then I found out, okay, they start working at 8. Okay? They stop working at 5. I said, cool. I start working at 6 and I stop working at 8. I'm working at 6 and I stop working at 8.
Yeah.
And I'm not bragging. That's how I saw.
No, but it's a fact. Now, I can see it when I come to visit you.
The owner's son comes to me and 2 weeks ago, and he says, what units did you do last month? So I said, I had an average month. I did, at this dealership, I did 135 at this dealership. I'm not happy. He's like, what? I did only 40. How can I beat you? So I said to him, what time do you start working? He says, no, I start working at 9. I said, well, you'll never beat me.
Yeah.
So he says, what do you mean? I said, it's mathematically impossible for you to beat me.
I keep telling my staff the same flipping story. You will never beat me. Why?
Because you
up at 4:30.
You outwork them. How can they beat you?
I don't need to be smarter than you because I'll just outwork you. I don't even know if it's a demographic. I think it's a psychographic.
Yes.
Because there are older guys that I've met who are not part of that psychographic.
Yeah. And if you choose to do 20 cars a month to sustain your lifestyle and live in Silver Lakes and drive a Porsche and but owe the bank for the house and the Porsche, and you wanna do 20 cars a month, and that's where you wanna stay. But you should lose.
Every time I meet you,
you should lose.
You say something that resonates with me.
Yeah.
Ask these guys. I rented a house that I lived in. I rented a house for 12, 13 years because
your money wasn't right.
I didn't want to go and lend money from a bank because all I would be doing is renting money.
Your money wasn't right. That's why you didn't buy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, it's such a fact. It's like people buy stuff that mean nothing. They owe money on that stuff
to impress people that don't care even like them.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, there's another thing that I came across over there, which is very, very interesering.
I'd love to go next year. Is it once a year?
Once a year, January. I'll send you all the details. Maybe we can go together.
Wow. Yes, I'd love to go.
And there's this concept called automotive digital retailing. We as a business, and I believed that the future of retailing cars, we started to call it e-commerce. When you buy a pair of shoes, and you can order those shoes online. They deliver the shoes get delivered to you, and then you pay with a credit card. So I thought, okay, cars have to follow that path.
Yes.
By and large. Okay.
Yes.
But then the more and more I thought about it, the dealership has to still remain for the foreseeable future the place at which the deal is fulfilled.
Yeah.
This online retailing can't happen for the next decade.
Especially in pre-owned cars. I think that the new car market, the people that are innovative will welcome this with open arms, because the guy knows what he's getting. You can see an image, but a used car with 20 or 30 or 150,000 kilometers that the client wants to drive, and he wants to bring a friend or the mother-in-law, whoever needs to see the car, he wants to do that.
Yeah. So I came across this concept in the States, and it kind of distilled everything for me that the future of retailing cars is going to become. And I suppose, for lack of a better term, the term is automotive digital retailing. And the definitions are using technology to better connect digital showrooms with physical ones.
Yeah.
Which then kind of spoke for me to, physical dealerships are never going to go away, especially for used cars.
Yeah.
They're never going to go away. Maybe new cars to a certain degree. Tesla's trying the direct model. So I started to try and understand, what this automotive digital retailing is all about, and there are a lot of companies springing up in the States that play in this automotive digital retailing space. Because if you just look at if you just consider the definition of this concept, it's using technology to connect digital showrooms with physical ones. Because at the moment, most dealerships, they've got this online showroom, they slap their cars up there.
Yeah, just wherever the car's standing. And
They just slap it up there. The website doesn't even speak to the showroom.
Yeah.
And there's no congruence between what the website looks like
And what the
feels
showroom
like,
looks
and
like.
what the showroom looks
Yes.
like and feels like. And the customer goes to their online showroom on their website, pitches up at the dealer, and it's like, am I in the right place? So this speaks exactly to automotive digital retailing. So I think you get it. It sounds to me like you get it.
I don't yet. I think maybe if I bump my head a couple of times, trying to get this right, maybe I'll get it.
No, you will. No, you already get it. I can see that. So people think automotive digital retailing is one thing. They think it's one piece of software, but it's not. It's everything you do stitched together with a golden thread. That's what automotive digital retailing is. So virtual showroom walkthrough on your website. So when they come to your showroom, their two physical world and digital world are the same. How you interact with the customer on your website and what you say, they walk into your showroom and you continue the conversation. You don't start the conversation again.
Yeah.
So the salesperson knows when that person walks in the door, you Mr. Joe Soap. Oh, Mr. Joe Soap, I told you about the window tinting that I can do on this car.
Yes. So that's a good idea. Have maybe a individual message for the month. So everyone that buys a car from us this month on our website will receive window tinting as well as a whatever.
Yeah. No, I mean those specials seamlessly from the website onto your showroom floor. But what I'm talking about is more about understanding what's happening on your dealer website and then having that concept and content flow into the physical dealer.
Into the hello, how are you?
Yes, hello, how are you? But you already know what the conversation was when the guy gets
last
there.
night.
People think that online and offline are two separate things. You've got to make them equal to each other and create that experience.
I want to add something to that. Maybe because with Facebook today, if I write your name in Google, I'll find out what you look like. I know if you've got children.
Yes.
So that dealer that will train their staff to that extent, where when you come in, how the kids, you're like, what do you mean?
How's your Labrador?
How's your Labrador?
How do you know how to freaking Labrador?
Or maybe better yet, after you buy a car from me, send your Labrador a toy.
You get automotive digital retailing, and when I mention this concept to most dealers, they think it's just an online showroom, but it's so much more than that. I think that automotive digital retailing is an important concept for dealers to begin to think about
right now.
And I keep saying this to customers as well. The internet is not happening.
It's already happening.
It's already happening.
Long ago. Yeah. Long ago.
It's like you don't start a dealership and then think about the internet.
No. It's happened a long time ago. Yeah.
It's happened. So anyway, another question I have for you, Bobby, another concept was, what do we think as an industry in South Africa the F&I world will become in the future? If we had to answer the question, what is going to happen with F&I in the future?
It needs to be transparent.
It needs to be transparent. But the big question is, how is F&I going to become transparent? And I have an idea. I think I know. I know how it should become transparent. And that's the process and the vetting and the approval needs to happen outside the dealership.
Online. Yeah.
So the approval needs to happen outside the dealership online. Now, whether that be on a website like AutoTrader, on the car advert itself, or on the dealership website, either or.